To be exception, you have to be willing to do something exceptional.
Of course.
Uncle Goal Clips.
To be exception, you have to be willing to do something exceptional.
Of course.
Yeah.
I believe that that's very closely tied to where a person is going, like what direction they choose, and not just direction, but the outcome that they want to have at the end. Dominik, can you tell us a little bit about goals, goal setting, and maybe some of the things where you're aiming at? Because I feel that even with social media and everything that we discussed before with money and with people that you surround yourself with and all of that, it's kind of impacted with our vision and our idea of where we are going. I feel that a lot of people don't have a vision and don't have a goal and are not even trying to get some clarity on the whole idea. I want to use this podcast to kind of bring ideas like that closer to people, where we talk more about how to develop a goal, a strategy, like steps how to get there and things like that. Can you talk a little bit more about that one? Because I know that you worked on yourself a lot and obviously your goals as well. What would you recommend to people how to start even thinking about the idea of setting goals? What are some of your goals, and generally some tips and directions for people listening?
Yeah, that this topic of goal setting, it is really crucial, but it is usually quite it is very often neglected, because the idea is that people that actually are explaining how to set goals are not saying I would say the most important part, because people are defining how to set goal, but as the Simon Sinek says, you always have to start with why. You cannot say how, yeah, goal setting is important. For example, you can also explain how to fix a car, but nobody actually cares about that until they have to go somewhere, because until then they have a why. For example, if somebody is sick and and for example it is someone from their family, for example a mother, and they have to like get them to hospital, and there is some guy on the street that is actually showing them how to fix a tire in 1 minute, and they have a flat tire and he can fix it in 1 minute. Suddenly they are very interested in how can I do it because my mother is sick, but they have a why. So until you handle a why, going with how, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
And it really has no sense. And the why for the goal setting is that it has to be for you, and to be for you, you have to find something that is really big. And then why it has to be something really big? Because small, as one person said, uh, small goals do not have the power to steer a man's blood. So you have to have something that is for you. It's unbelievable. It is wow. It would be phenomenal if you achieve it. It's like incredible. It has to be something, because the idea of having it or getting to it must create emotions into you. If you don't do that, the goal does not have any power over you. And this is something that is also connected with the Bible, where they say, where there is no vision, people perish. So that actually means that if you do not have goal, you will basically die, because if you do not have something that you will invest in the and to go for, so the goals are like important as your life is. Because what happens with people that do not have goals is they're actually not doing anything. They're just sitting, like even doing that work that they're doing, but probably on a level that is the minimum just to not get fired. They get some salary, and they're like very cynical, and they do not they usually do not find happiness in anything. Why? Because it is not connected to their goal, and nothing that you do cannot be measured. And you cannot say, for example, if you do not have goal, whether you have worked 1 hour later more, whether it is good or not. You cannot say it, because you do not know whether it aligns with your goal. For example, if your goal is to be promoted at the company, then working 1 hour more, it is very good for your goal, because people will notice you, you will create more value, you will get more experience with the job you're doing, you can give more value, you can network more, you can be better connected, you can have a better perspective about the work. There are a lot of pluses that actually go with your goal. But on the other hand, if your goal is to spend more time with your family, then that 1 more hour of work, it is very negative towards your goal. It will impact you will have less energy because you will be more on work. You will spend less time over a longer period of time. You will spend much less time with your family. The quality of time, it will be also reduced. It can impact your relationships. It can impact maybe even having the family. Depends on how many hours you work more, and etc etc. That's the point. And then you can have both goals. What if you want to be promoted at your company, and you want to have like a quality time with your family? So you have to now brainstorm, what does it mean, what is more important, what is the priority? And then at that point you really have to think which version will make you the happiest. Because until you do that, you'll do random stuff, and at the end you'll probably be sometimes a bit later on work, and then when your wife or your family tells you you're doing it too much, then you will just switch to them a bit more. You will try to balance it out between the work. Neither you will get promotion at the time when you want, neither you will be happy with your family, and overall there is a high chance that you will not be happy and you will fail at both goals because they will be prolonged too much.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.